Hello, my name is Tim, my company is Sports and Touring, and we are Jaguar F-Type specialists. It's always very exciting when a new SVR arrives here at Trinley. The SVR, of course, the flagship, 5 litres, V8, supercharged, 575 PS through an intelligent all-wheel drive system, which not only delivers blistering acceleration, but incredibly sure-footed handling and road holding. This is a 200 mile per hour car. And this particular example in Yulong white, also known as glacier white, it's a beautiful colour combination. It has an array of the most desirable features, and it is in stunningly impressive condition. I'm very excited indeed to show you around. The nose of the F-Type is an impressive sight, and even more so with the SVR badge there, which tells you that this car is a product of special vehicle operations, the rather secretive department within Jaguar, which takes production cars and turns them into something otherworldly, with a range of modifications from aerodynamics through to powertrain, which deliver incredible speed and pace and agility, and most of all, driver engagement, along with, of course, the aesthetic effects of these large front and rear splitters, the quad tailpipes with the SVR logo etched into them, that gorgeous carbon fibre articulating spoiler, which, by the way, is locked down in VMAX mode to achieve 200 miles per hour by minimising drag. This example then, as I say, in Yulong white, glacier white, this beautiful metallic white paint. It has sheen and it glistens. The condition of the car is sensationally good. It is, of course, on lightweight SVR 20-inch alloy wheels clad in Pirelli P0 tyres. You can talk to us about other wheel and tyre options, by the way, because as specialists we do keep a range in stock. This vehicle has black pack, so the power vents and window surrounds are in black. And most importantly, it has the panoramic roof, which means that the A to B pillar here creates a beautiful visual effect, punctuating between the top of the door and the roof of the car in a very engaging way. It's monochrome, it's bold, it's 1 and 0, it's a statement. I do love the white F-Type with black pack and pan roof. I think it's an incredibly good looking thing in every respect. And having had a look at the outside of the car, why don't we take a look in the cockpit? We'll supply this car, of course, with 2 remote key fobs and the owner's book pack, but there's no need to have the key fob in your hand because keyless entry is one of the features. Tap the button there, the door unlocks, the power fold mirrors move out into position, and we can look into this beautiful cockpit. And you can see it's finished in this gorgeous ebony leather with cirrus contrast stitching and piping. It's the perforated lozenge effect leather, which sits not only there on the seats, but on the door cards as well. And you can see on this door card, everything in fabulously good order. 12-way electric memory seats, Meridian sound system. And it's all pretty well as it left the factory, unmarked, unblemished. This vehicle has been diligently cared for. Sitting down into the cockpit, and as ever, it's that experience of science and technology along with art and design. The combination of the look of the cockpit and the feel and function of all the controls makes driving these such a pleasure. In more detail, well, above us we've got this beautiful, huge panoramic sunroof with a blind there just in case it gets a little warm in the summer. You can shut the sunlight out that way if you need to. The headrests have the SVR logo embossed into the leather. The armrest here has a handy stowage underneath it with a 12-volt socket, SIM card holder, an HDMI socket and 2 USB sockets for charging your electricals. Forward to the twin cup holder there. And to explore further, we'll fire up the supercharged V8. So foot on brake, finger on button. As we do so, we'll see the instrument binnacle do its little self-test flying display. And the engine RPM settles down at a higher than normal idle. That's to protect the catalytic converters as they warm up. And back down here then to the center console, we have got, of course, the Eco Stop Start Defeat button. We've got the button for the spoiler at the back of the car. It's in the up position at the moment. Press and hold that to move it into the down position like so. It operates automatically when you're driving, but you can also move it up and down by hand, especially important if you're cleaning underneath it. Traction control on off, and the button for the switched active sports exhaust, those valves in the exhaust system which make for a throatier, more raucous exhaust note, something that the F-Type is famous for, of course. We've got the electronic parking brake with hill start assist, and then up to this beautiful shift stick. It falls perfectly to the hand, the trigger there on the front to activate it, and then you move into drive like so, and from drive sideways into sports gearbox mode. In sports mode you can shift up and down using the shift stick itself, but I prefer in fact to use the flappy paddles on the steering wheel because it keeps my hands on the wheel and the car under perfect control. On the top of the shift stick we've got the park button, which drops the car into park like that, and to the right of the shift stick we have the driving mode selector. At the moment we're in standard driving mode. We go forward into rain, ice and snow, which calms this powerful sports car down very considerably. Very handy on slippery roads. Back from there into standard or vanilla driving mode, and then we move into Tutti Frutti or dynamic driving mode. You can see the instrument binnacle has lit up red now. We had the message dynamic mode confirmed, and the spoiler moved up as well, along with the exhaust valves signalling open. And this means that we are now set up for a more dynamic driving experience. If we pop across here on the infotainment screen to the dynamic I page, we can see that we can select my setup or factory setup for dynamic driving, with the engine, gear shift, suspension and steering to our particular taste in either dynamic or normal in each case. And by the way, this screen also gives you access to the stopwatch and the G meter and the pedal position indicator and graph. Okay, back down here to the driving mode selector, we'll go back into normal mode and look next at the climate controls. So we have dual zone climate on this car. Passenger and driver dial in their own preferred temperatures and press either of those in order to select seat heating and seat cooling, the perforated leather enabling cooling air to flow out and onto your back. Very, very effective on a hot day, especially if this car with its black leather has been parked in the sunshine. We've got, of course, auto climate, air conditioning, timed recirculation, max front and rear defrosting, and the electrically heated front windscreen, those tiny wires that run through the front windscreen in order to heat it and demist and defrost it in cold conditions. Okay, back up to the infotainment screen. We'll take a look at this in some more detail. There's the home page, and from here we can go left to the clock or My Home 1, and you can in fact add widgets and shortcuts there to your favourite radio station, or take me home using the sat-nav, or whatever it is that you choose. Back across to the home page itself, media here top left, a number of sources available with radio, AM, FM and DAB, media library and of course Bluetooth audio from your phone as well. Back home to see that we've got Bluetooth telephony, and then the climate page, which enables you to direct the airflow in the cockpit as you wish, and also to synchronise the two temperatures like so. Back to the home page, and again we've got satellite navigation, very easy to use, very fully featured, very easy to understand, a nice big map display there which zooms out, and in the 3D mode there you can see how clear the presentation is. Okay, homepage again, and then we go to extra features. You'll see we've got in-control apps available, valet mode, and across here, along with dynamic eye, we've got the ambient lighting controls. So we can vary the color of the lighting. You can see it's blue there in the hand grip, and that changes round to red when you select it like that for the cabin environment that you particularly choose. Over here on the steering wheel, the left thumb pad has the infotainment controls and Bluetooth telephony button. Left stalk for the automatic headlamps. On the right stalk, we've got the rain-sensitive wipers, and on the right thumb pad, we've got cruise control, active speed limiter, and the heated steering wheel button. It is such a pleasure in cold weather to have your hands on a warm steering wheel as you're driving along. Again, you can see that everything in this cockpit is in stunningly good order. It's been very well maintained, diligently cared for. There are no marks, no blemishes, no scuffs anywhere to speak of. The steering wheel feels absolutely perfect, as you'd expect for a very low mileage example, made with such very fine quality materials as the F-Type is. Okay, we'll switch the engine off and take a look in the boot. One of the other extra cost features on this SVR is the powered tailgate. So a push of the button on the remote, the tailgate moves up and we can see into this huge boot. Over 300 litres of space. It extends out behind the wheel arches. It is more than enough for a lengthy holiday away with plentiful luggage. Obviously you have to pack soft-sided bags, not hard-sided suitcases, because the shape of the boot is slightly unusual. But people I know have been away for 7 weeks in an F-Type without any trouble fitting in not only all their own belongings, but some cheese and wine to bring home too. There's a handy cubby hole there underneath the boot floor. And as you can see, everything is in very fine order. No marks, no stains, no tears, no blemishes, and I can report no unpleasant odours either. This car has been very diligently cared for in that respect. There's a button there on the tailgate, so we can lower that like so and come round to the passenger side of the car. And again, we'll see a door card in factory fresh order, I dare say. The illuminated tread plate, of course, with the Jaguar logo there, and the dashboard, center console, and this beautiful performance seat, all in perfect condition. Next, we'll take a look under the bonnet. So there is the supercharger on top of the 5-litre V8 power plant, producing 575 PS, 700 Newton meters of torque, and driving this F-Type from 0 to 60 in just 3.5 blistering seconds. And on, as I said, to a top speed of 200 miles per hour. But this is not a numbers car. This, and all F-Types, is about emotion and connection and the feeling you experience in the driver's seat as your hands and feet and your mind and your body and your car and the road and your journey and your progress come together to give the most thrillingly enjoyable, intoxicating experience. That is what the F-Type is about. Again, you can see under the bonnet here, everything is crisp and clean and correct. Excellent main dealer service history, 5 main dealer services on this very low mileage F-Type. It is in perfect condition. Everything is working exactly as it should. It has flown through all of our tests and inspections. We've driven at a very considerable distance, several hundreds of miles, and everything is just as it should be. It is waiting to delight its next keeper. So thank you very much indeed for watching. It's been a real pleasure to show you this beautiful SVR. We're Sports and Touring. We're just outside Andover in Hampshire, open 7 days a week by appointment only. You're very welcome to telephone, email or WhatsApp us if you've got any questions, or if you'd like to arrange to see the car in person or by video call. It'll be a pleasure to send you a link to our Google Drive. That's an online folder with higher resolution photographs which you can zoom in on, and PDF copies of important documents. If you've got a car to dispose of on your buying journey, we'll give you frank and honest advice about the best way to achieve the maximum value with the minimum inconvenience. And if you'd like to chat about finance, we can do that as well. We're authorised and regulated by the FCA, and we work with a really brilliant broker. Do please take a few moments to read our reviews in Auto Trader. I'm very proud indeed of the things that our previous customers say about us. And I'll close by saying thank you again. Feel free to like and subscribe to us here on YouTube, and we will look forward to hearing from you very soon. Contact details coming next.